Hi everyone. I'm James. I always thought life was simple and that I had everything planned out. But then something happened that changed everything. I remember that day clearly. It was a rainy afternoon. And I was sitting by the window in a small cafe when I saw her. She had a gentle smile. Eyes like the clear morning sky. And a sadness in her eyes that made me wonder what had hurt her. Her name was Amelia. We didn't know each other. But it felt like I did. I felt a pull in my heart. Like I had known her forever. I wanted to speak to her. But my words got stuck. Amelia was sitting alone with a book. Looking out at the rain. Her face telling a story I didn't yet understand. I couldn't help but wonder why she looked so sad. Was it love? Was it loss? There was something deep in her eyes that made me want to know more. Finally, I mustered the courage to say hi. She looked at me. Surprised. But then smiled, a smile that had so many untold stories. "Hello," she said softly. Her voice gentle enough to break my heart. Days passed. And we kept meeting at that same cafe. We spoke about everything and nothing. She shared her dreams. Her fears. And her love for old songs. I could tell she'd been hurt before. But she still believed in love. It was both beautiful and heartbreaking. One day, she told me about her first love. William. She said he was kind, funny, and made her feel like the most important person in the world. But then he moved away. And they lost touch. She said. He was my best friend. My world. And then he was gone. I could see the pain in her eyes as she spoke. I wanted to comfort her. But I knew that some pain can only be healed by time. Then one day, Amelia stopped coming to the cafe. I waited. But she didn't show up. I worried something was wrong. Weeks passed. And I started to wonder if I had done something wrong or if she didn't need me anymore. Finally, I got a message from her. "James, I need to tell you something." My heart raced as I read her words. I rushed to the cafe. And there she was. But something was different. Her smile was gone. Replaced with deep sadness. She told me, "James, I'm sick. Really sick." My world stopped. I didn't know what to say. She explained that the doctors said it was serious. I could feel her fear as I held her hand. Wishing I could take her pain away. All I could do was be there for her. We spent each day together. Laughing. Crying. And sometimes sitting in silence. But through it all, Amelia never lost hope. She wanted to keep her mind busy. So we started learning English together. "It helps me forget the pain," she said. "Even if just for a little while." She taught me that love isn't just about the good times. It's about staying with someone through their hardest days. Holding their hand when they need it the most. We fought for each other. Even when life felt tough. One night, as we watched the stars, Amelia told me, "If anything happens to me, promise me you'll keep smiling. Promise me you'll live your life fully." Tears filled my eyes as I nodded. Even though I didn't know how to keep that promise without her by my side. She was everything to me, my heart. My soul. My reason to keep going. Every day with her felt like a gift. And I promised her that I would find joy again. Even if she wasn't there with me. Then one winter, when the snow covered everything in a soft blanket, Amelia's health began to worsen. We decided to go on one last adventure together. Amelia wanted to see the stars away from the city lights. So we planned a trip to the mountains. We packed a small bag. And the day we left, the sky was bright and beautiful, as if the world was smiling with us. But as we climbed higher, Amelia started to feel tired. When we reached the mountains, the view took her breath away. "It's perfect," she said. That night, we sat by a campfire, wrapped in blankets, looking at the stars. I wanted to freeze that moment, to hold it forever. But as the cold set in, I could see Amelia shivering. We talked about our dreams, our hopes, and the things we wanted to do. But I knew the truth. Our time together was running out. The next day, Amelia was too weak to continue the hike. And we sat on a rock, holding hands, feeling the weight of everything we were facing. "Promise me," she whispered. "You'll live fully, find joy, and smile, even if I'm not there." I promised her, though my heart felt heavy. How could I move on without her? But she had taught me to fight, to live, and to find happiness again, no matter what. In the days that followed, we spent time reading letters she had written me about her life, her love, and the memories we shared. Each letter was like a part of her soul, reminding me of all the love we had. But one night, Amelia's breathing became shallow. I held her hand, asking her to fight. But she whispered, "It's okay, James. I'm tired. I just want to rest." I held her hand as she slipped away, feeling the world come to a standstill. I couldn't imagine a life without her. But I remembered her words. Love is like the stars. It never really goes away. It shines, even when you can't see it. As the days passed, I felt lost in my grief. But slowly, I realized that Amelia was still with me. In the love we shared, in the memories she left behind. I took her letters and started living, traveling, exploring, and smiling again. Her love had transformed into something that would stay with me forever. Amelia had taught me that love isn't about holding on tightly, it's about cherishing the memories, carrying them with you, and finding beauty even in sadness. I promised her I would live fully. And I did. Now, every time I look up at the stars, I smile and think of her. I know that love never truly dies. It lives on, shining brightly, like the stars above.